Good with you? It's your boy Travis Kinley coming back to you with another one. I'm with my boy Nick. He out there on the Pittston terminal, right? We had a customer. Tell me why my boy got his board out this mug. He got his board. He like, yeah, look, if I gotta wait, I gotta wait. Look, y'all, if you want to get your CDL, you need to come out here. We having fun, dog. You need to hit us up. Travis Kinley lives. Travis Kinley coming back to you with another one from the living room, baby. If you are subscribed to my channel, maybe you saw the community post I just posted about some dinner that we just had, and I said, yo, this is the fuel for the video or whatever. Well, I'm fueled up, on full, a little bit past the full line. Y'all know how it is. Just chilling, home time, finishing it out. This morning, dropped the truck off at Peterbilt. I had some minor repairs, just kind of keep a running list in your phone of anything that needs to be checked on by a dealer or repaired or anything. So took it to Peterbilt this morning. Here's a little tip, little rookie tip. You know, dealerships near bigger cities like Springfield, Missouri, for example, Dallas, Texas, for example, dealerships near large cities are gonna be busy, especially have a bunch of trucking companies around them, things of that nature. You've been in Springfield, Missouri, and you call Peterbilt dealer, and you're like, hey, how soon can you get me in? They'll be like 4 days, something like that. Well, there are two dealers near me. You got one near the capital city of the state, and then you got one 80 miles in the other direction, passing my house and further. And so I went to that dealer, and they were like, hey, look, we can get you in by the end of the day, at the latest tomorrow morning. Hey, I'm on the way. So took it to them for some minor things. I intend on doing another truck update. I know people really appreciate that. I did one at 50K. I'm gonna do one at 100K. I'm at 85 right now, and I'm running a team truck. So, you know, we can knock down 1,000 miles in a day, you know, without much challenge or anything. So that'll be coming soon in a couple weeks. Nevertheless, I took it for left stalk. Some people may know it as the left blinker switch. Whatever, you know, comes out in regular cars. It's a left stalk. Left stalk is known to be sticky in Peterbilts, you know, you flash the pass and things like that. It'll get stuck. Yeah, what else? If you're familiar with Eric and Jenna from Driver Lineup, shout out to them. They had a headlight issue maybe some months back. What's it been, y'all? 2-3 months? 3 months? I don't know. Had a headlight issue wiring where it would just go out, you know. Well, I had a fog light issue wiring. So I told him about that. Slight air leak. Told him about that. Air leak I actually had for a little while, I'll be honest with you, but it wasn't giving me much issue. Now, if I sit for a 10-hour break, it would drop PSI further than a truck without an air leak, but it passed applied pressure tests all the time, you know. So told him about that. And any campaigns that may need to be software updates, things of that nature. So I got it at Pete dealership. I imagine they'll be done tomorrow afternoon, maybe the following morning. So maybe if they're done tomorrow, I'll probably, depending on what time, I'm not a big fan of night driving, so I'll probably head out Wednesday morning or something. But, so, I'm just chilling. Shout out to Tony Parker giving me the idea for this video. I've got a handful of ideas for videos, but one of them I need a trailer attached to my truck. Just some of them, just all sorts of stuff, right? Another lease update. I'm getting further down the lease road. People like to know, is the money really better? Is lease life really better? What's it like? Switching company to lease, the transition. What are some things I can start to know? And this kind of starts touching on our topic here, good transition. What are some things, if I'm transitioning from company to lease, training to lease life, what are some things, you know, that I can start thinking about, start focusing on? Y'all hear the crying? Baby's in the bathtub. Hometown life. What can I say? Nevertheless, so I'm going to get to that type of stuff later. Nevertheless, Tony Parker, shout out to Tony Parker, give me the idea for this video. Figure I'd shoot this quick video, and I've got some clips I need to get off my phone and onto YouTube anyway. So Tony said, I asked him, well, what's something you'd like to hear about? And Tony said, kind of some tips or a little bit of your take on some good things to either know or attempt to get before moving from TNT to solo life. And this is company or lease, from TNT to solo life. So let's talk about that. First, sorry, I keep hitting the tripod. The first one is kind of the most meaningful for me. This is the one that I hear from new solo drivers the most about what they're missing when they've hit the solo life. It is this: how do I manage my clock as a solo driver? I hear from a lot of newer solo drivers, and I'm not knocking on anybody, I'm just saying, just talking about what I hear, okay? And honestly, see, I went company team after TNT, so I didn't have as much of a challenge. It is not easier solo than company team, than team. It is not easier solo than team. As far as clock management goes, it's a lot easier to run a team truck than it is to do solo. You always got somebody to back you up. Nevertheless, that's what I hear the most: clock management. If you're moving from training to solo driving, before you get off of your trainer's truck, try to learn clock management as much as you possibly can. Okay? One thing you can do, I have HOS videos, hours of service videos. I got 101 through 103 so far. I can do a 104 about, you know, I know we did just kind of 101 was the basics. 102 was recapping hours, I think. Excuse me, 103 was the sleeper burst split. I can do 104 on just ways, maybe just different tips and tricks on how I operated as a solo driver. Really, you're going to hear those recaps. Y'all know I recapped hours. You know, I like to recap my hours, 8 to 9 hours a day, always recapping hours, constantly moving. Some tips and tricks on constantly thinking about 90 appointment time. What time do I need to be awake? What time do I need to be asleep? Communication with dispatch, things of that nature. Nevertheless, that's what I hear the most. Before you get out of TNT, try to learn how to manage your clock as a solo driver. If your trainer is willing to do this, ask your trainer for the last 2 weeks. I recommend 2 weeks, okay? Some people may think 1 week is enough. I say 2 weeks because you give yourself the opportunity to run out of hours. They give you enough hours in 1 week, 70 hours, to do a full week. You see what I'm saying? But instead, if you do 2 weeks, you give yourself the opportunity, let me practice recapping, okay? Let me give myself the opportunity to get a load where I need to use a sleeper burst split. Ask your trainer, will you talk to the dispatcher and ask for a load where that will require a sleeper burst split so I can see how it actually works, but I still have you to have my back. Then your trainer can guide you and kind of spark your mind on how do I get this done. This is how the sleeper burst split would execute. What time can the truck start moving? Make sure you are brushing your teeth 15, 20 minutes before your clock comes back. If you want breakfast, you need to be up 45 minutes or so before your clock comes back. So when your clock comes back, boom, on duty vehicle inspection. Let's get it. All right. So that's the first, is clock management. If your trainer lets you do it, try to run your last 2 weeks. I get it. Look. And it's a good and a bad thing, because shout out, hey, I love you, Ross. You know I love you. Shout out to everybody who's like, TNT is kind of long, 50,000 miles. But now, at the same time as I make this video, I have to say to myself, well, basically you're giving TNT trainers, what? 4 less weeks to try to push the same information. And we saw some people still coming out at 50K, hadn't really mastered clock management, mastered a lot of things. I get it, you're not going to come out of TNT as a master, But look, 6 weeks, 7 weeks is not a lot of time to learn everything on a truck. Try to absorb it all, right? And I'm not going to spend this time in this video blaming the trainers. It's the trainers' fault. Trainers ain't doing what they got to do, yada, yada, yada. What about you? Take responsibility for your own actions, for your own future, for your own path. That's the first thing, clock management. All right? Ask your trainer if you can run 2 weeks. Can I just please do 2 weeks solo? You can still teach me backing. You can still teach me everything. I get it. It's going to affect revenue, but is there any way? All right. That's number one. Number two. Let's go to number two. Transitioning from training to solo life. Tools. Shout out to Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I love that guy, man. Shout out to Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. You go to his channel. What? I wish he was here or something. If you look back maybe a month or two or so, something like that, he's got a video about emergency tools and things that he has. Okay? Instead of learning the hard way, take some of these guys serious when they're talking about, I need to trim. Y'all see me keep messing with it. Take some of these guys serious when they're talking about these various tools that are going to benefit you on your truck. Here's a couple examples, okay? A couple examples, all right? A flashlight. I know. Seems a little obvious, okay? A ratcheting wrench and set of sockets, right? See what I'm saying? A hammer, okay? How about some De-Icer, right? We just went through winter. I know some of you people, if you're watching this recently as it's after it's been posted, you're like, De-Icer, right? Okay, let your lock get stuck on that trailer and you're trying to hurry up at the certain customer that makes you dolly down and unhook and disconnect and then go in with your bills, and that's your check-in time. If you know that customer, okay? If you can't get your lock off, you just added 5 to 10 minutes. And don't be late, because if they tell Prime, it's going to be a service failure. All right? Okay? So just various tools, just various things that really help you. I want to do a GPS. Y'all know I just got the Garmin OTR 800. Thanks everybody for the super chats who helped me purchase that. I really want to do a review on the Garmin. I told you I was going to do it 5,000 miles, but that thing is complex. I knew I needed more than 5,000 miles. It has a lot of capabilities. Super excited about doing that. I would do that tonight, but truck's at the dealership. GoPro's at the dealership. This is my cell phone. Anyways, tools, okay? Man, make sure you have, I'm trying to think, make sure you have bowls. Make sure you have the, are they gaskets or grommets so that go on the end of your glad hands and the, the glad hand connector receiver on the trailer, right? Make sure you have those on your truck, okay? You're going to receive a list when you upgrade, but some of that stuff's not on the list, okay? Other night, Salt Lake, 15 miles from the 90, and co-driver's driving, and windshield wiper breaks, blowing snow, right? Something told me last time I bought windshield wipers, go ahead and get an extra set. I said, it'll be a couple months before I need it. We didn't have a windshield wiper to replace it with. Had to take a loaf of bread, the bread tie, had to take the bread tie, ghetto rig the windshield wiper on there, wiping away till I got to Salt Lake terminal. So, in the blowing snow, okay? Make sure there's certain things that, it might cost you when you upgrade, but so sure, the wintry type of stuff, you may not worry about as much. It's still snowing some places. Wintry stuff, you may not worry about as much, but, okay, here's another one. Falls under tools. Make sure you know how to chain up. Okay? Even if you're going through training and you're staying in the warmth, right? Ask your trainer, can we chain up once? Can we chain up once? Make sure you know how to chain up. That is not something you want to do in 0-degree weather while it's blowing snow on your head. And there's still some areas that some days you still having to chain up today. All right. Okay. Here's another one. This doesn't fall under tools. How do I jump my truck off with the reefer unit behind me? Okay. How do I jump my truck off with a reefer unit behind me? Now, for some of us, you know, if you have, like my truck does not have two jump, they're not cables. They would be called terminals. Would they rightly be called terminals? Maybe you know what I'm talking about. The two, they're battery terminals on a regular battery, but you know that you would hook two jumper cables to when you're jumping off a car. My truck doesn't have auxiliary terminals in the back. Most of them do that. I don't have an APU, remember? I think that's why. Because other Peterbilts have them. I think. I'm pretty certain. I'm going to text someone after this video and ask them now. Nevertheless, okay, tools is a big thing. Watch No Hippie's video. I actually think he did another one about tools he keeps on his truck. Certain stuff. Duct tape. When you go into Maine, if I'm correct. When you go into Maine, it is required by law that your vehicle has a no wide right turn or something on the back. Or if you're pulling a prime trailer, that prime trailer may not have it. So you know what the notes in your load is going to say? You're going into Maine and highway troopers have been cracking down on it. And maybe you can find it at a TA, but you're going to find when you go into Maine, the only TA you're going to find on the interstate's not going to have it. You know what your load note's going to say after that? If the TA doesn't have it, try to put some duct tape and cardboard or something so you don't get a ticket. Well, if you already got duct tape on the truck, you already got a box or something, you already got a piece of paper or something, it's a sunny day, boom. But if you don't, you got to go back here, got to go here. All right, here's another one, and we're going to knock this out. We're going to leave it alone. Cable cutters. You know the little, some customers, always got to catch yourself, not be saying customers' names. Some of those customers have the, I'm going to drop a picture, right? We'll try to put it in the right place. We'll drop a picture right here. Drop a picture of that certain type of cable, certain type of seal. It's like, I don't know, maybe a 20 or 30 strand metal seal that's intertwined. Triple braid rope. Harder to break. Ecclesiastes, I think. Nevertheless, those metal seals, okay? You're going to have a tough time with a hammer or anything else. It's designed that way. Make sure you have it. Okay, there's certain things you're going to want to have that you will either learn the hard way when you go solo or you'll have it on your truck. And it's worth the cash drop. It's worth it. If you need to charge it to your truck, if you just need to make sure you have a little extra money to go to Walmart with, it's worth your time. Okay? So those are the two things that stand out. This video has already gotten long. Those are the two things that stand out. The hours of service, y'all know how I feel about time. Okay? This was before Prime. I've always been a timely person. Okay? I'll say this real fast and we're going to cut this video off. The one thing a person can't get back is time. Man, good guy. The late Artemis, I can't remember your name right now, but a friend of mine who's passed away now, he told me that. He said, don't ever waste people's time because that's the one thing you can't give them back. You know, you hit their dog by accident, you can buy them another dog. You wreck your truck by accident, you can give them another truck. You know, whatever the case may be, if you hit a golf ball in the neighborhood and breaks your neighbor's glass, you can buy more glass, but you can't give a person time back. You can't pay them for it. You can't give them their time back. You can pay them for the time, but they can't actually get the time. Don't waste your time. You can't get time back. Not your own time. You have to spend time to get time back on your clocks. See what I'm saying? Manage your time well, and you're next to guaranteed to being more profitable than someone who doesn't manage their time well. Learn how to run your clock solo. Train in a solo. Learn how to run your clock solo. Number two, biggest thing I can think of, because I'm freestyling right now. I don't have no notes. I just ate dinner, and I'm ready to work on this video because I have some clips that I want to throw on there. I'm more excited about the clips. Nevertheless, Your time and tools. Make sure you got the right tools. Everything else, man, Prime sets you up to succeed, man. Mac 27. Hey, I stand on that Mac 27. If you use it right, it is also like a tool. If you use it right. I know a guy who's consistently hitting around 10 cents a mile, sometimes lower, 10 cents a mile. Net fuel costs 10 cents. Sometimes lower, and he says he religiously uses Mac 27. That's for my Prime people. I'm just saying, and he's in a Peterbilt. I'm just saying. I've been using Mac 27 a lot more lately. I hit 10 cents this past week. So I can't be trashing Mac 27. Does it all? Is it perfect? No, but we'll do another video on that. So look, I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta chop this up or something. I'm at 19 minutes, 45 seconds. I love you guys. Don't forget, April 1st, we are dropping the winners, plural. I'm gonna get 3. I'm getting 3. 3 of the portable, foldable, what are they called? Trip tips. 3 of the foldable trip tips. So that's exciting. We're in the last days of our OTR campaign, otrcrew.com. Check it out. Tip. We're tipping in-house employees at Prime. It's another thing. Got a podcast coming out. Me, Driver Lineup, Crazy Bags, Matt, No Luck Trucking. Sorry, got you. Me, Crazy Bags, No Luck Trucking, Driver Lineup. Yep, I knew it was 4. All right, we got a meetup coming up. You definitely want to be there in July. That's very exciting. I should do this at the beginning of the video. Nevertheless, if you appreciate my videos and you want to use me as a referral, my driver code is KINTRA. And I love you guys. I'm enjoying this life, man. I really am. I'm enjoying this life. It's hard some days, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Life's good. Life's good. I'm accomplishing the goals that I sought out to accomplish when I came to Prime. That matters to me. That matters to me. So the rest of the night, I'm going to chop this video up. My kids are going to go to sleep. And me and my bride, we're going to watch a movie, chill out. Got a little monkey bread going on in a minute. So, hey, look, I love you guys. Can't wait for the next live. Can't wait for the next video when I'm back at work. I'm not sitting on a recliner. But this is Travis too, though. You know, y'all see me at work a lot, but this is Travis at home. This is Travis at home. My hair didn't come out. I'm just chilling. I'm chilling. So look, love you guys. See you soon. Don't forget, it's not what you believe, but it's why you believe it. Check you out.